I'll try to look at the time. I already found a nice tool on the iPad, so I try to stay within half an hour. I'm very happy to be here. It's my first time in India. I've already visited Delhi and Gwalior, and the last 4 days I could spend in Goa. So at this moment I'm really relaxed. So it's a bit special to be here because I'm not a digital marketing expert. I'm more an expert in creativity, but I think that the market where you're working in needs a lot of creativity. So for that reason, I made a presentation with a lot of examples that you can use, and I also will make it very practical, that you go home with something that you can use. Like you've seen, I'm working for a company called newshoestoday. We're not selling shoes. Every day we get an email on info@newshoestoday from a company in Korea or somewhere who are asking, do you want to buy some shoes? We have very good ones, but we're not selling shoes. It's the metaphor for sometimes in life you have to put new shoes on to go in a different path. And we're working with 20 people, all independent in the network newshoestoday. But now I've talked enough about myself. I also would like to know a little bit about you. I'm going to do the shortest networking exercise ever. Yeah? I don't know if it will work. I've never tried it in India, but I'm going to try it. Within 1 minute, everybody of us will know each other. You will know your name. You will know email address and phone number. What I'm going to ask you, I'm going to count to 3. Yeah? And on 3, you all shout your name, your email address, and your phone number. Yeah? This is also an exercise in listening. Yeah? Okay, here we go. So name, email address, and phone number. 3, 2, 1, yes! Cyriel Kortleven, Cyriel at newshoestoday.com, 0032 486 8745 11. Okay, that feels a lot easier. We know each other at this moment, so it's easier to work. What I would like to do with you is tell you a little bit about the world that's changing, certainly the world of digital marketing. I'm going to tell you a little bit about thinking in patterns, because creativity is thinking outside the box, is thinking in different ways. And I'm going to give you a few skills. We can't do them all, but I will give you the most important skill, and I'm quite sure it will double your creativity. I really like the speech of the first keynote speaker who said from the ID is just 1% and the rest is 99%. It's really hard work. I totally agree with him, but a lot of people don't get to that first percent, you know, and you need it. You need a very good ID. And there's where creativity comes in place. Now, the only constant in life is change. If you were saying that, if you say in the next 5 years, this will happen with the world, then I think that you're a big liar. Because nobody can predict what will happen within the 5 or 10 years. It's going so fast, we even don't know what will happen next year. You know, so we're all talking about strategies and leadership, and we have to do those things. But the only moment that really exists is this moment, is now. And that you have a good strategy and vision, that's good. It's exactly the same as the keynote speaker said. But sometimes you have to look, okay, what path am I going to take? I have a direction, but if I get a blockage or the government or whatever, a new competitor is coming, I have to do something else. So the future isn't what it used to be. We can't predict what the future will be. I don't really like statistics, but I have 2 slides just to show the scientific people in the audience that creativity is becoming more and more important. Fast Company is a magazine in the US, and I was quite surprised that creativity was really on the top. Personally, I would expect that it would be on position 3 or 4, but apparently they say the most important leadership skill or quality in the next 5 years is creativity. Also, IBM did a study, 1,500 CEOs they interviewed face to face, and again, number 1, best practice, we need to embody creative leadership. Does that mean that the leader on the top has to be creative? Yes, and I think that every person working from management, middle management, people on the floor, they also have to think in a creative way. Because if something happens, they have to be open. They have to look in different ways what they can do.